Stunning boat. This she's called Hogwood. She's a reverse layout cruiser stern narrowboat, 60 feet long. She was built in 2018. Mike Christian did the steel work, and she was fitted out by the Nottingham Boat Company. She's one of their Dynasty class. She was actually their show boat at the Crick Show in 2018. So she's in lovely condition. The paintwork's immaculate. The pram hood is immaculate. She was last blacked in August 2022 with epoxy 2-pack. There's a full survey on the boat from August 2020. That's in the office, available for viewing. 2 gas bottles in the forward locker there. One 6 kilo, one 13 kilo. The front of the boat's got portholes and towards the back of the boat. And these bus style windows, they're all double glazed. There are 2 side hatches on board. And the stern deck's a fabulous size. It's just over 7 feet long, so it's really good social space. That says Lockkeeper's Cottage on that little cottage. The sign writing is actually vinyl, so if you wanted to rename the boat, they can just peel off. So it's a relatively straightforward process. So when we go to the stern deck, there's a taff rail all the way around the back deck to perch your bottoms on while you're cruising. The engine's in here, ever so clean in the engine bay. You can eat your dinner off that. It's a Vetus M4.45 42 horsepower engine. It's only 683 hours on it actually. PRM 150 hydraulic gearbox. Propulsion is assisted by the bow thruster. It's a Vetus 65 kgf bow thruster, and the height in this pram hood, I can't touch the top. Look, I'm only 5'8", but yeah, good head height anyway. So in the boat we go. Head height inside the boat is 6'5". Reverse layout, so we're into the kitchen. The floor through the boat is Carndean. These worktops are Sahara stone. Beautifully done, the kitchen with all the curves. We'll start over here in this cupboard. There's the inverter. It's a Sterling Pro Combi S 2.5 kilowatt pure sine wave inverter. That gives you 230 volts through the boat. There's Bumble. He can't negotiate those steps, so he's not coming through the boat with this. There's a microwave oven there. Loads of cupboards in the kitchen here. There's a pulley out cupboardy thing here. The cooking is a CDA combination grill and oven with a 4-burner gas hob over there in the corner. It's immaculate, this boat. Everything's so clean, so well presented. It's been really well looked after. Lovely curves on the cupboard doors here. Another little cupboard here. There are 2 USB charging points in those plugs there. Another cupboard here. In here is the fridge. It's a CDA 230 volt fridge with an icebox. Little plate rack on the work surface there. There's a stainless steel sink, under which is another cupboard. Loads of cupboard space. A couple of bungs there to stick your tea towels in, or your fingers in, I suppose, if you're bored. Landline there. There's a inline galvanic isolator on that. Head height, I've already mentioned that, 6'5". All the lights are LED. Side hatches either side. There's undergunnel lighting, by the way, in here and in the bedroom. And you can see the radiators. They're fin rads through the length of the boat. That's the central heating. Both of those side hatches have glazed inserts, which are in, you can see. This L-shaped couch does turn into a spare double berth, storage under. There's a dining table for that as well. You'll see that on the way back. There's a 230 volt 28-inch television on the wall. And the stove is a Morso Squirrel solid fuel stove. And there's the view down the saloon. The dining table is just under the gunnels on the left of the screen there. So into this room, which is currently bunk beds. 2 bunk beds. You could turn this room very easily into an office, into a double bedroom. You could even have it as a dining room, I suppose. That would be rather nice. But currently, there are bunk beds, so this boat actually sleeps 6. There's a couple of half-height wardrobes here. I guess one allocated to each bed, so there's no arguments. And behind the beds, there's little lockers with a light in for each bunk. Quite nice steps at the foot of the bed there. Sliding doors into the bathroom. The bunk room measured 7 feet 10 and the bathroom was 5 feet 5. There's a ceramic sink set into the counter there. It's a Thetford cassette loo with electric flush button and swivel seat. There's the shower cubicle. There is an extractor fan in here actually. couple of rails for your towels. So everything that you need in here. And another sliding door. There we go. Real space savers, these doors, actually. I like them. So into the main bedroom, which is 10 feet 2 inches long. The bed's enormous, 6 foot 8 inches long, 5 feet wide. It's on gas struts. The water tank is under there, actually, stainless steel, but there's a bit of storage. And at the foot of the bed, there's a cupboard here. Floor to ceiling shelving cupboard there. And a wardrobe in here with 3 drawers underneath it. Really lovely boat, and the window above the end of the bed there provides as an emergency escape should you need. The engine was last serviced in early 2022, but it's not really done a lot of cruising since. Hot water is heated by the engine, the Webasto diesel-fired central heating, or there is also an immersion heater on board. 12 volt supply is from a bank of 505 amp hour domestic batteries. There's one starter battery and one bow thruster battery. And she's got all the necessary navigation equipment to just turn the key and go. The gunnel's roof and decks, by the way, have been finished with slip resistant surfaces, so that's a practical point. So there we go, absolutely stunning boat. For further photographs, fully downloadable brochure and the price, go to our website www.rugbyboats.co.uk.